Hey guys, thanks for tuning into our monthly prayer video. It's great to be part of what God is doing in China. Also, a big thanks to you for partnering with us in praying for the Chinese churches, missions in China, and its unreached. At the end of this video, you will find a list of the prayer points found in this video that you can pray by yourself, at your church, or in your small groups. Also, if you could please like this video, it would be a great help for the YouTube algorithm to make sure that others can know about these prayer videos and that they too can also pray for China. So as always, let's get started. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. This describes many who have worked with CCSM over the years, and it is a perfect fit for Julie Crocker, who passed away in Auckland at the end of September 2022 after a short battle with cancer. She died as she lived, with grace, love, and dignity. She was a long-time missionary who served with her husband in New Guinea. Julie's love for the Chinese people began when she started teaching English to Chinese immigrants in the suburb where she lived, and later she learned Chinese to help communicate with them better. Before joining CCSM, Julie responded to a call to train English teachers in the remote countryside of China for 1 month. The oldest on the team, she was called Grandma Julie. She served wholeheartedly, was very much respected, and everyone came to her for advice. This trip was the forerunner of many missions trips to China. In 2013, when she joined the first of the 3 China teams with CCSM, her special skill was kids camps. She prepared amazing programs and always was unfazed by the challenges of never being sure how the camps would play out. This included massive numbers of children turning up way beyond the numbers expected. She was adaptable, patient, a born organizer, and a great blessing to our ministry. A tribute to her legacy was a huge demand we experienced to provide camp programs across China, only broken by a changing political environment and COVID. A further tribute to Julie is a number of friends in China with fond memories of her visits who were in tears at the news of her death. As 2 Timothy 4:7 says, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. Julie, during her time of sickness, continued to write and encourage others. She was indeed faithful until the end. Truly, a special lady who did extraordinary things. Please pray for the following points. Pray for Julie's friends in China, whom she remained in contact with. Pray that the words Julie shared with them will remain, will not fall void, and will be multiplied. Give thanks to God for the life and service of Julie. Pray that the Father will also raise up more like her, with a commitment to Christ and a love for His Chinese people. From 1966 to 1976, during the Cultural Revolution, Mao banned all religious activity. This succeeded only in producing a large band of fearless believers who travelled undercover from village to village witnessing, preaching and encouraging. Now, there are more Protestant Christians in China than in the whole of Europe, and more Catholics than in Italy. This spectacular growth continues in spite of the PRC again clamping down on unauthorized Christian activity, and it is likely that China will soon have more believers than the USA. From the 1990s, China began a program building highways, now the biggest network in the world. Often they were not built based on need, but on future-proofing and providing employment. The unintended consequence was that Christianity was able to spread more easily into once remote regions. Whilst persecution and highways all played a part in the rapid spread of Christianity within China, there was arguably an even more dramatic catalyst to growth: the Chinese language itself. In her book, Kingdom of Characters, author Jing Tsu writes, at the founding of the PRC, more than 90% of the country was still illiterate and communicated in regional dialects. Putonghua or Mandarin had become the country's official language in 1911, but relatively few spoke it. Mao set out to change that, imposing it on the country in a drive for universal literacy. The Mandarin language allowed Christian material including Bibles to be printed and distributed to a hungry audience across China. CCSM's more than 17 million books in Mandarin were ironically only possible because of Mao Zedong's revolution of the language. Please pray for the following points. Pray that in spite of all restrictions, God will continue to oversee the spread of Christianity across China. Pray that those in China mission will continue to have wisdom and insight into how best to use the tools available for evangelism and church growth. Pray for the protection of all frontline workers in China, both local and foreign. May they be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. Well, that's us for this month. Please don't forget to check out our monthly China prayer letter that has these articles and prayer points and much more up-to-date information about China, which you will find relevant and encouraging. This and much more can be found on our website, ccsmglobal.org. Also, if you have not already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Catch us again next month when we pray for the Chinese churches, missions in China and the unreached in China. Thanks again for praying with us for China. And as William Carey once said, I'm not afraid of failure, I'm afraid of succeeding at things that don't matter. God bless you, your family, your church, and your nation.